Yeah, what is up? Alright, so we have Diablo 4 here. I am on the PlayStation 5, and I want to talk about the experience of the PS5 versus the experience on PC. Now, I normally, or I prefer this game on PC, not gonna lie, but I wanted to try it on the PS5 since it was a free beta, like open weekend, and it's not a bad experience. Like honestly, I'm gonna show some gameplay here on the PS5, but it's very fluid. Like I just have to get used to the controller setup, like the controls, like L1, R1, triangle, X, circle, stuff like that. You can see right here on screen, if you look at the middle, it's kind of distorted. I don't know why it does that when
Light
I,
keep you.
you know, when I come here,
Kettle's
everything
hot.
looks fine.
What do you
When
need?
I go to sell, and then if I go over to like consumables and stuff, it kind of messes up the image or whatever. I don't know why it does that. Looks pretty clear though, uh, you know, on the left and right, but just there in the middle where you see my character and the salesman, it's kind of blurred out there. It's one little bug that I noticed, but yeah, everything works really smooth though. Like surprisingly enough, like it's not a bad experience. So let's go out here and find some combat. Now, this is a necromancer. One thing I wanted to mention, and I'll show this in the like. I'll back out here after. Let me look at the map. So to get the map, you're just gonna hit like on the trackpad, and it pulls the map open. I am playing the necromancer, but my account's linked up fairly easy. Like I was like surprised that it worked. I was like, what? I logged in, linked my accounts, and they worked like no issues whatsoever. And I mean, look, like right
I
there,
need more
I got my
essence.
minions, or I don't know what the necromancer refers to them as, but I mean the
I'm not
controls are
ready yet.
fairly easy. You know, a couple things which it would be similar to using a mouse and keyboard, or I guess like clicking with the mouse, is like X for your common stat, or whatever you refer to it as, your ability. Like your basic ability. I think it's a common. You know, that's how you also interact with items, which I think is the left click on the mouse, and that's how you move. So very similar to using the keyboard for movement and attacking and stuff, but I haven't really had a problem like clicking on it. And one thing about it is you have the thumbstick. So some people, I've seen this discussion online where people want WASD on keyboard. I personally don't mind you know, the click to move stuff, but it is kind of nice to be able to, use the thumbstick for movement and stuff. Like, I
I
feel
need
like
more
in some
time.
fights, it might be a little more helpful, to be honest. I'm not really used to using the controller, so interacting or combat still feels a little funny to me because I am so used to, mouse and keyboard. I didn't like Diablo 3 on the PlayStation. I had it on the PS4, and I I don't know, it just felt too weird, and I was just so used to using the keyboard and mouse that I just could never get the hang of it, like personally. But I mean, this feels like when I'm like resurrecting or lifting them dead, from the dead or whatever, like clicking triangle to resurrect them from the dead. Like, I mean, it clicks on them. Like, I'll show you right here. Like, it's very smooth. So you have everybody dead right here. So I'm gonna click triangle where I'm aiming at, and it's just, I'm just clicking like left, right, and it's just locking right on the corpses and resurrecting them, if that makes sense. Whereas, with the mouse, I would be moving the mouse and then clicking on it, whatnot. But I think it feels really smooth. As far as some of the options here, so if you have a PS5 but you didn't take the time to, you know, download it or whatnot, let me see. How do I get to? Okay, so you're gonna hit the trackpad, and then you're gonna pull up the game menu, and then you're gonna go to options. So for graphics, it doesn't really have much here. Just like sharpen image. You have some font, settings, small, medium, large. You can calibrate the brightness here. So we'll go to black point, and you can kind of see it like live on screen. If you look on the left there, and then we got middle, that's the overall brightness. And then the white point, you can set it to default by pushing down on the right thumbstick, whatever. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to discard that. Sound options right here. You can lower the music volume, sound output. You can go to system. You got different stuff here. Pro Logic 7.1. I'm just going to leave it on default. Your voice chat stuff you have there. Subtitles if you want that on. Same thing like you would have on PC. You can have the background, opacity or color, whatnot. Screen reader if you want that, like, if you have like disability for accessibility options, it's going to have that. And it does have some different languages. I don't know how to change this. Does it change? Oh, I guess I have to do this, but I guess it's just US male, female. I guess it's using my locale or location for that. And then you got some different in-game sounds here. But gameplay wise, let's just discard this. You do have the option to disable screen shake, combat hit flash. You can reduce strobing. These were all default. I haven't changed any of these. You got some like tooltip stuff on here. I like to highlight the player. So let's see. So you see how my player is green and then the little minions. So let's go over here to gameplay, and then I'll turn the highlight off, and then we'll just save that. And then when I back out, you see now my player's not highlighted. He just looks like his normal self. And we'll come back in here to game, go to options, gameplay. It does make it kind of easier to spot your guy, like when you're in big mobs or whatever. So I'll leave it on. Of course, you can change the color to whatever you want. I just have left it as the default. The controls here, pretty simple. You got like the vibration. If you want to swap like left and right stick, I don't know why anybody would do that. It doesn't have adaptive triggers from what I can tell. I don't think it had adaptive trigger. I don't think I've seen that on here. So you're not going to have that. I also didn't notice it having the speaker sound. So, PS5, we have the option for the controller speaker and stuff. I didn't really see that anywhere on here. Of course, you can remap this. So I do have a dual edge Sense controller right here. So this will work with it. So if you wanted to have bottom buttons for, something, say if I want to remap, say, I don't know what would be something good to remap it, but, maybe X, if I want to remap that to like my right bumper or paddle, and then maybe, square, I want to remap that to the left bumper or left paddle, I could do that as well. Social, you can turn crossplay on or off, which I like, because if I'm playing on PS5, I don't know, maybe I don't want to play with PC players or Xbox players, just maybe have better connection on the PlayStation Network, whatnot. I don't know. I guess it's connected maybe to like a Blizzard network or whatever, but I have it disabled. You can enable it. I had it disabled on PC because I only wanted to play with PC players, but you can turn notifications on. You got some different chat settings and stuff right here, chat bubble color, stuff like that. You can turn them on or off, and then you have some accessibility options again, text to speech, all that stuff. But come back in here. If you want to see the chat, you just hit up on the D-pad for the chat wheel, and then you got like hello, stuff like that. You can open chat right here, so you can see the chat over there, and then you can R1 between the different world chat, group, clan, guild, whatever it is. You have all those options right there. You can hit the option button, and this is going to pull up your profile, and then you can equip stuff. Like if I want to use this cache right here, I can just go ahead and hit that, and then just go ahead and select everything there. So fairly simple. You can highlight stuff to see like your gear. I haven't been playing that much on the Necromancer. You see, he's only level 9 or something like that. So still haven't been playing that much with him. But one thing I wanted to show here, hopefully it doesn't. Let me see how I would get this game. Let's go leave game. We're going to leave now, and I'm just going to show you. Hopefully, it's still recording here. But as you can see right here, I have like my other characters where I didn't go to 25 with it, but you know, this is my Blizzard account. Like it pulled it right up. Like all I did was scan a QR code, and you know, it went to Blizzard. I logged in with my account, and you know, I was able to see all my characters that I had on. I had all 3 of these from PC, where I'd played like the first 2 weekends with these guys, and this weekend, the open weekend, I haven't played that much, but I wanted to check out the Necromancer, and played a little bit with him. So you know, got some different characters here, but I mean, it opened it right up. News feed right here. You know, you got some questions and stuff. You can change like world tier. You know, like this one, I'm playing hardcore. This one, I'm just a veteran, and this one, I'm just playing like tier 1 adventurer, easy mode. You know, I just tried all the different options and stuff, whatever. Hardcore, I was playing veteran, hardcore, and then I switched it to adventurer just to, I think I got to like level 16 or 17, and I wanted to make sure I got to 20 with it, so that I got the backpack or whatever. But yeah, man, this is you know, you can edit. I can, you know, put these like however I want to. You know, if I want to put my Necromancer at the top right here, you know, got that. You can easily let's just save the position. You can come down here. You know, you just got a bunch of different options in here. It's a really good experience. At the top right, you'll see my PlayStation account up there. I think it is an excellent cross platform capability between accounts. I really like that I'm able to easily see my PC account on my PlayStation 5 and vice versa. You know, so if I were to create a character here on the PS5, once I log in, you know, with the Blizzard launcher on PC, my character would be there. I like that. I think other than that, like graphics, I mean, I think they're a little bit better on the PC, but not surprising right there. I think they look fine on the PS5, although, you know, not having like the adaptive triggers and maybe like the speaker and some of the PS5 features, maybe that's something that they'll add. Who knows now that I think Microsoft has purchased Activision Blizzard, or they're in the process of doing that. Who knows, you know, if we'll get like full PlayStation 5 support in the future for the game, you know, over the next several years that this game, you know, is going to probably be played by a lot of people, as it is an ARPG. These tend to have like a fairly long life cycle. I mean, you look at the first Diablo, what did that come out, like 2012 or 13 or something like that? So, I mean, you know, it's 8, 9 years for Diablo, not the first Diablo, but Diablo 3 is what I meant. First one was like 90 something, 97, I think, 98, something like that. So, I mean, you know, Diablo 2 had a really long lifespan, like 10 years or so. But again, PS5 experience is one that I really like. If you have a, you know, console, whether it's the Xbox or the PlayStation, but you play on PC, this is a nice way. Maybe you just want to kick back on the couch and play a little, you know, Diablo 4, and instead of sitting at a desk at your gaming PC or whatever, you know, this might be a good alternative to, you know, of course you have to buy the game on both platforms. That would be the downside. But other than that, yeah, I'm fairly happy with the overall experience of it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave it down below. I'm out. Peace.